So Jamie Foxx, he started doing stand-up in a time when it was hard for people of his complexion, that's me putting it gently, in a time when it was hard for people of his complexion to get onto the stage, to get in front of the camera, to get your name out. It was a tough time when Jamie Foxx started doing stand-up, right? And so he had to think of ways to get himself on the list, let's say, to get on stage, right? There were situations where people with names which would reveal their identity, their ethnicity, those names would get crossed off the list. They wouldn't get a space, so you're not doing any stand-up. And if you're not doing any stand-up, then you're not going to get your name out there. There are probably a lot of comedians out there who could have been something, but we'll never see them. So, Jamie Foxx had a very clever idea. And if you notice, the name Jamie Foxx, it's one where you won't know about his ethnicity. It's very plausibly a Western name. But then it's like, wait a minute, the same goes for a name like Dave Chappelle. Fair enough. Okay. Jamie Foxx's name goes a step further because it's quite androgynous. Is that the right word for a name?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, it can be used for men and women.
That's right. And that was another part of his tactic, was to have that name to be one that's androgynous. So, when that name appears on a booking list for stand-up, people are not going to think about his ethnicity, his complexion, for one.
And just book him.
And two, they're going to think, oh, it's a female. And there's not a lot of female stand-ups. Yeah, okay, let's take Jamie Foxx. Then on the night, of course, he turns up, but it's too late. They can't do anything. So he goes on stage. Lucky for him, it all worked out. Man had a very successful career. Fast forward to 2017, 16, what was it? Don't know what it was, but suddenly he disappears with some crazy illness, some mystery illness. Appears on social media here and there asking for prayers, or messages coming out asking for prayers and stuff. And we're all like, what is going on? What is going on? The strangest thing for me is when he came back from that illness, did you think he looked like he'd been ill? Or do you think he was trying to look like he'd been ill?
What, you mean on the show?
No, we would see a random clip here and there, right, when he'd be I don't know, standing in a corridor or something.
Yeah.
And he's basically showing that, I'm back.
Yeah.
But thank you all for praying for me.
Yeah, he looked ill.
He looked ill to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, to me, I don't know, I couldn't see it,
Oh no, he looked ill to me. He looked a bit washed out, a bit pasty. But it could be just bad quality photos, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, he didn't look well to me.
Okay, fair enough. So anyway, that's that, right? We give it what? How long has he been alright for? How long has he been back on the scene for? About a year? 2 years? I don't even know how long it's been. It's all been a really weird blur, right? Anyway, he comes back on the scene, and it's basically after Diddy goes down. And when Diddy's gone down, there's a lot of things coming out about Diddy, and one of those is that he attacks people biologically, right? Can cause certain illnesses which can take you to your early demise. That's some of the allegations that are being put towards the guy.
It was only last year,
Was it only last year? I was trying to work out.
Yeah, you said 2017, 18 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was just saying that. I don't know when it was because it was just all a bit weird, really. Just last year, was it?
It was just last year.
Okay. And how long was he gone for? A year?
Probably just under.
Interesting. Okay. So, so Diddy, the Diddy link is in place because we know that Jamie Foxx has got links to Diddy. They've been to parties and stuff together. There's interviews where Jamie Foxx talks about parties with Diddy. There's the whole conversation. So there's no like getting away from it. There's no speculation here. They definitely had a connection. So it's not going to be a million miles away if people are going around saying, Diddy did it. It was Diddy. And it kind of makes sense in a way. Like, you know, he just disappeared. Of course, the biggest question is, why would Diddy do it? What's the reason? Because, I mean, Jamie Foxx took Tom Cruise's wife away, not Diddy's. You know? Jamie Foxx saved what was Tom Cruise's wife called? Her from Dawson's Creek.
Katie Holmes.
Casey Holmes. You know, Jamie Foxx saved her from Scientology. He wasn't taking nobody from Diddy. So what's the story? Why would Diddy do it? And this was the whole thing. Some people were saying, of course, that when Jamie Foxx came back, he was a, say it with me, clone. I don't believe in the clone thing. Like, Kanye is not a clone.
No.
You know?
No.
Diddy, they were saying that they arrested the clone. Jamie Foxx is a clone. Where's the photocopier? Where's the real Jamie Foxx then? Who's photocopying these people? Where's the microwave? So no clone. But I still think that the Diddy thing is a possibility. And that's even after seeing the stand-up. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, it comes back. Speculation's going round. Did Diddy do it? And let's be honest, Jamie Foxx doesn't stop those rumours going round, does he? He lets them go around for a bit. Yeah, he lets it simmer. Yeah, he lets some of that seasoning going on there. What do you call it when you put some seasoning on food and you leave it for a bit? What do you call it? Marinate. He lets it marinate. That's what he does. He knows that there's some money in this somewhere. And then what does he title his stand-up?
Can't remember.
He might as well have just said Mystery Illness. So he titles the stand-up What Happened Was, because he knows everyone's thinking, what the hell happened? What happened, Jamie Foxx? What the hell happened? And he's like, well, I got some millions I can make out of this. And that's what he did. So the stand-up comes on, and what do you think? Tell me, what do you think of that stand-up? Like, thoughts, like, what do you reckon?
Overall, I thought it was really good. I didn't expect it to be good, but it was really good.
Did you expect it to be that?
No.
I would never in a million years have expected it to be that. And when I say that, you know what I mean? Like, he was crying.
Yeah, it was real, wasn't it? It was, obviously it was going to be emotional. It was emotional. It was just really real for him, and it was just really touching, but it was also funny at the same time, and it was very him, actually. It was very him, because he's like an emotional person.
Laughs through the pain, and that was one of his messages, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good to see him back.
And
he's doing well. He seems to be doing well, and he's got a movie with Cameron Diaz.
Do you know what? It's raising hair on me right now. It's hair-raising stuff, you know.
What?
Like, just the way that he was like, if I can make him laugh, I can live, something like that. Spoiler alert, guys, by the way.
Yeah, he did say something like that.
Like, I never in a million years thought it would be like that. But that's how it should have been.
Yeah.
It makes sense for it to have been bang on like that. And I don't think anybody could have done it better than him.
Yeah.
Because he actually does wear his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, he does.
You know, in a bit like Denzel Washington in a way. Denzel Washington comes out and he tries to give you wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tries to be like, look, I'm trying to teach you something here every time he meets you.
Yeah.
And like, Jamie Foxx is that kind of cut from that cloth. But he's a bit more, I'm younger, I'll speak to you on your level.
Yeah.
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 You know, like he's smarter in that sense. Like he can connect and communicate, and he really uses that skill
Yeah.
in this. But yeah,
He was telling his, like, you know, his stories, like in the hospital, and how
yeah,
they looked after him, and what state was he in. He kept thanking that, I don't know,
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta saved my life.
Saved my life, yeah. And you know, he obviously he seemed really grateful. He was really appreciative of,
Yeah.
like, all the staff, all the help,
Yeah.
you know, all the support that he got from them. And he had one foot in the grave, you know what I mean? So I think, you know, that it really shook him, and he was really thankful to his sister. And the stories were like, they were really good stories.
Yeah,
and he made it funny.
They were amazing.
As well.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, really relatable.
Yeah.
And he was really humble.
How he
and
told them was
yeah,
just...
and it was executed really well.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect to watch it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
You put it on, I was going to watch 10 minutes and go to bed.
Yeah.
But I watched the whole thing with you.
Yeah. And within the first 10 minutes, he's gone and said, Diddy didn't do it.
Yeah.
He dispels it as such a throwaway comment. And everyone's like...
He sucked you in, like, quick, I think.
He knew, of course, what he was doing. But for me, it was like, it was thrown away so casually. People like, I thought he was going to spend 10 minutes on that, or like even longer or whatever. But just quickly, just like, he didn't do it, and carries on.
Yeah.
I was like, you could have made like quite a bit out of that. For me, okay, yes, I'm going to admit, a big part of me was like, he's not really ill. What are these celebrity illnesses anyway? They all seem to like get the best healthcare on earth, and they're all fine. Even scary illnesses, they get away with.
All he said was he had a really bad headache. He took this tablet from his friend. I don't know. I don't think we have that tablet here. And then he couldn't remember 20 days.
Yeah.
He was gone for 20 days, and then he was told that he had a stroke.
Yeah. So of course, what I should just finish my sentence with before I carry on is that that this performance made me believe it. Like, I really believed, okay, this guy actually really was ill. This was real. He went through this stuff.
Yeah.
He actually was on death's doorstep. This was real.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming back to it, what happened was that, yeah. I mean, interestingly enough, it kind of pulls me a little bit back to the Bruce Lee story. He took a pill which he had a reaction to, and he fell into a coma. That's right, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's right.
Remember.
He took a pill. I'm pretty sure that's right. He took a pill, had an unusual reaction to it, and fell into a coma. And that was like, that was where, you know, that was what happened to Bruce Lee. But yeah, I mean, this is similar. Headache, took a pill. Next thing, the situation is extremely bad. Mm-hmm. Moral of the story: if you get a headache, take a nap instead. No, I'm joking. No medical advice here. Go and see a doctor. Yeah, so...
He says, people keep asking me if Diddy was responsible. He was not responsible. If he was, I would have been dead.
Oh, no. Oh, and that bit was brilliant. That bit was brilliant as well, where he's like, I didn't see the light. I saw a tunnel. When it all went black, I saw a tunnel. I didn't see the light. And it was warm. And it's like, everyone started going like, wait a minute. He goes, wait a minute, it's warm. Am I going to the wrong place? And then I look in the distance, I'm like, Diddy, is that you? That was so good. That was so good. People are waiting for celebrities to make Diddy comments right now, and whichever one we can get hold of is gold. And of course, that was one of them.
Yeah. No, it was really good, really well put together,
It was one of those performances where you could see that he could see that this kind of may have never happened. This was his second chance.
It was.
This is I better do this now, because tomorrow is not promised or guaranteed.
Yeah.
That's why he performed with his daughter on stage, and he was like in pieces. Because his daughter was like, something like she was really young, And she'd said, when I get older or something, I'm going to perform with you on stage with this guitar. So in a way, he couldn't pass away. Like, you can't pass away, Dad. I haven't performed with you on stage yet with this guitar. Yeah, and that's why she was on stage there performing with him.
I didn't see that bit.
Well, that was it. That's why he was like proper falling to pieces. Well,
When was that? The beginning?
No, like in the middle, because he was saying that nothing was making him better. Nothing was making him better, and then his daughter came in with the guitar. His daughter came in with the guitar, which he'd like carried around with her since she was like proper tiny, and she starts playing the guitar to him and singing to him, and it started to make him better. And she was like, yeah, like she was like, I knew this will make you better. How mad is that? She was like, I knew it'll make you better, and I said to you that we're going to perform, and we haven't performed yet. So that's why he was so. I was like, oh my! I couldn't even watch that bit. I was like, oh my God, I can't watch this.
So sad.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like his daughter and his sister did so much, tried so much, tried so hard. But yeah, he couldn't even walk, could he?
That's what I find amazing. Yeah, he couldn't walk.
And now when you see him on stage, you wouldn't think that he had a stroke.
Yeah.
He's quite lucky in that sense. He's very blessed.
Extremely.
Yeah.
He couldn't walk. He couldn't talk right.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, well, you know, I've got family members who's had stroke and the speech doesn't come back.
This is what I mean by like celebrity illnesses in a way.
Sometimes it doesn't come back, you know what I mean? So like there was no like speech delay on his show. He did really well.
Yeah.
And he was walking.
Yeah, his hand-eye coordination was all there.
So yeah, and funny. He was funny.
He was funny. He was quick. He was on the ball. He controlled the pace.
And he's
so
doing
well.
a movie now.
Yeah.
So he's done really well.
Yeah, like he's back. He's back.
And you could tell the audience missed him as well.
The audience loved him.
They loved him.
That was very church.
That was a very nice welcome back for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was emotional like through and through.
Yeah.
That was like amazing.
They do love him.
It was really interesting how like he had to drop his ego. He was battling his ego. Because when he was in hospital and when he like come back to the realization of this is me right now. This is actually happening. And he kept on saying like, no, this doesn't happen to Jamie Foxx. I'm Jamie Foxx. This does not happen to Jamie Foxx. And then that one nurse came and she went, listen, you got to drop the whole Jamie Foxx thing. You got to let that go. Because this is real. This is happening. And then like, that's where it started like dawning on him. Interesting, isn't it? The whole battle of ego. Really, really interesting. Extremely well performed. And yeah, I just love how he did it. He did it just right, how it was supposed to be done. And it was his daughter as well at the start who introduced him. Aww. So he's close to daughters. Has he got any boys? He must have. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. But I know he's close to his daughters, and I know that he's like propelling them into things. So, you know, as he would and should, I suppose. But yeah, really good performance. And that was funny. How they were like, that's not Jamie Foxx, that's a clone, after he came back out. And they saw him at a shop, that's a clone. They saw him here, that's a clone. And then they saw him with a white girl, and they go, that's Jamie Foxx. I love that. That was brilliant. Then he goes, no more white girls. No more white girls. I'm back Atlanta, all this lot. That was brilliant. Honestly, really well put together. But yeah, for me, that basically covers that. I'm glad he's back. He's versatile. I like his music. His singing was bang on. Did you hear his singing? His singing was really good. He needs to do more singing.
I've heard bits. I've heard him sing in the past before.
I think that I need to hear more of his like music, because he got like an actual R&B career somewhere. Was he ever an artist? Because he can actually sing. He was hitting some high notes.
Yeah, he just liked to sing, I believe.
He can sing.
He was in, the last thing I watched him sing was a long time ago though, movie-wise, was Dreamgirls.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, that's him, Beyonce, and
Is he good in
Jennifer
that?
Hudson.
Good singer in that?
All right. Yeah,
he did
right.
the Stevie Wonder film. I've not seen that.
No, I haven't
To be
seen
honest, I
it.
couldn't be bothered watching Jamie Foxx doing Stevie Wonder impression. Like,
Yeah,
I know
I
he would
get
do it
that.
well, but I just kind of can't be bothered with it.
Sometimes it's like you know what, you know how musicals can go. Sometimes it can be a bit corny, can't it? And Dreamgirls was almost touching a bit that.
Yeah, I think I will have to watch the Stevie Wonder one, because Stevie Wonder was a massive influence on that musical scene. Like, he was huge at that time. He was mega, mega, mega. So I'm going to watch it. I heard a podcast about him recently, so I've got to watch it. I think basically that covers Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
So let's shuffle ourselves on to the one, the only, finally, what's it called again? Squid Game. Okay, guys, so Squid Game. Season 2 appeared just before Christmas to give us all that festive spirit
Just after Christmas.
just after Christmas, to save us all from sitting in rooms and speaking to our relatives, to save us all from those awkward times when there's too much family in the house and you don't know what to do anymore, when the conversations are over and it's time to maybe get some me time and just look at a screen. Let's move on to Squid Game. So what did you think of it? Okay, spoiler alert, guys. Spoiler alert, first things first. If you haven't watched it, watch it. If you have watched it, stay. Spoiler alert.
I thought it was all right, just all right. The last few episodes were better than the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer the games in the first season, and I prefer the characters in the first season too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel like I think it's a bit of a slow and a bit abrupt ending wise, because they, trying to connect